Good morning. It's Lynette at Panacea Ranch, and I just wanted to do a short little video before I go into the gym, because I'm supposed to be sharing stories about my life that might help someone else. And so, I was thinking about when I quit smoking. When I first tried cigarettes, I was like 10 years old. Me and my friend, we tried cigarettes, but I didn't start smoking then. But I started smoking I smoked again at like 15 for a little bit, maybe 13. Not for a long time, just here and there with some friends, doing the wrong thing, being naughty. But I started smoking when I was 16 for like a real starting point, where I started and went a long time. And I smoked until, I quit smoking when I found out I was pregnant with my first child. I guess I hadn't been smoking that long, so it was really easy for me to choose my baby over my addiction. And boy, I gained a lot of weight, and the food tasted really good. When you quit smoking, food tastes better. And then, I didn't want to start up again, but when she was about 6 months old, I started smoking again, and I was 22. I was 22 when I started smoking again. And so I was 21 when I quit, for about, because I didn't find out till I was 3 months pregnant, so, so about 9 months or something, I don't know, a little bit more. Do the math. So anyway, and then when I was pregnant with my second child, I think, I want to say I quit mostly, but not completely. Maybe a cigarette here and there, maybe a half a cigarette a day, something like that, just to keep the addiction going, not consciously. But, and then with my third child, I still smoked, and I regret all that. But, my mom smoked with through all her pregnancies and everything. But anyway, that's not my responsibility, whatever. So let's see, in 2003, I was like, 41? I don't know. In 2003, we were living in Eugene, Oregon, and I kept wishing there was a way I could quit smoking, because I was trying all the time since I was pregnant with my second child, and I couldn't kick the habit for very long, and I just kept going back to it. And so in 2003, I had wished so much that there was a way I could quit smoking, that Spirit answered my prayers. And we had gotten a cat for the kids and my husband, because I'm allergic to cats, and I'm not really a cat fan anymore. I was when I was a child, but not as I grew older and really felt the repercussions of the allergies. But so we got the cat and everything, and we had to keep a cat box, because we had to keep it in the house so it wouldn't get lost or try and run away and go home to where it lived before. And we got it from an adoption at a pet store. And so we had to keep the cat box in the garage, which still gave me allergies, and I had asthma. It would trigger my asthma pretty bad. And one night, before I went to bed, I only smoked half a cigarette at a time back then, because again, I was trying to quit, and since I couldn't, I at least was only smoking half at a time. And so one night, June 23rd or 22nd, all of a sudden we were out having a cigarette. Me and my husband and my oldest daughter were all having a cigarette in the front yard, and all of a sudden I could not breathe. I couldn't talk because I couldn't breathe. And I felt like the air couldn't get past here into my lungs. And they completely closed up. And so I was waving my arms, and they're like, what? And I was stomping my foot. And luckily, Marilisa caught on, and she said, she can't breathe. You need to take her to the hospital. And I was shaking my head, yes. So Scott, bless his heart, put me in the car and sped like anything. I don't know what to say, like what, but he sped all the way to the hospital. And when I got to the hospital, my lips were blue, and it was starting to get blue around my lips. And so I was getting some oxygen, because otherwise, I'd be dead. But I couldn't breathe. And so I got checked into the hospital and everything, and it took 5 treatments on the machine to get me breathing again on my own comfortably, so that I could talk and relax. Part of it is when you get upset like that, when you get scared and anxiety and everything, that just makes it worse. So once I was calm and everything, and the treatments worked, I was okay. So we went home, and because it was summertime and so hot, I left my sliding glass door open all summer long, night and day, and a stray cat had come in and was sleeping on my pillow. My pillow. I was so upset, which upset can trigger asthma. And so shooed the cat away. Then I had to change my sheets and my pillow. Wasn't enough to change my pillowcase. I had to change my sheets too, for my own comfort and mental comfort. And so the exertion of all that kind of had me going, and I was so angry. I was how, I don't know if you've ever smoked, or if you do smoke, when you're angry and stuff, it triggers that addiction, and I needed a cigarette. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to have half a cigarette, and then I'm going to go to bed. So I go outside to have half a cigarette. I get maybe 2 puffs in, and it happened again. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't talk, and my lips started turning blue again. So my husband had to rush me to the hospital again. Thank gosh it wasn't that far. And so they only took 1 treatment this time. And they asked me, they said, so, are you going to quit smoking? Or do we have to admit you? I knew they weren't going to admit me, but I was like, okay, I guess I got to quit smoking. So, I thought it was going to be hard. But I knew that if I did it again and again and again, I wasn't going to survive. So I chose life. I chose to live. And I'm glad I did. And it ended up not being hard at all, not having a cigarette. I don't know what came over me. I don't know what happened. Some kind of chemistry or brain function, something kicked in, spirit kicked in, something. I never had a cigarette since. So now, what is it, 2025? So it's been, this June, it'll be 22 years since I quit smoking. And I'm so happy that I did. And, I don't judge anybody for smoking, because I've been there. I enjoyed it at times. And I know a lot of people do. And that's okay. This whole thing is be careful what you wish for. Or, attract a better solution for yourself if need be, because it was quite the ordeal and really scary. But I just wanted to say hi and tell you a little story. Hope I didn't bore you. And I hope you have a great day. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.